On her first ever flight, a woman forgot to fasten her seatbelt, yet this oversight would ironically save her life. As she slept soundly in her husband's arms, a fighter jet collided with their plane mid-air. After a violent struggle, Lisa miraculously clawed her way back to her seat. Realizing the severed fuselage was about to plummet, she fought through sheer terror, tightly securing the seatbelt around her waist. The rest was left to fate. Moments later, the wreckage hurtled toward a jungle below. Miraculously, the soft, damp ground and the cushioning effect of the trees allowed the fuselage to skid to a stop without shattering. Stunned to be alive, the woman gaped at the surrounding debris, her body trembling as she gasped for air. Gritting through the pain, she stood and began shouting, desperate for any response from survivors, but silence answered. Suddenly, a sound echoed above, a search helicopter scanning the area. Hope surged as she ripped off her silk scarf and staggered from the wreckage. Following the noise to a clearing, she screamed for help, but the pilot, inexplicably blind to her presence, flew farther away until the chopper vanished. Undeterred, she reasoned that ground teams must be combing the jungle. Clutching a branch for support, she turned back toward the fuselage to await rescue, but as she trudged downhill, she froze. A tiger was inside, devouring the corpses. Too terrified to breathe, she inched backward only to snap a twig underfoot. The tiger whipped around, stalking toward her. With escape impossible, she stood rigid, certain death looming, until helicopter blades thundered overhead, startling the beast into retreat. Barely surviving the encounter, she collapsed, finally letting her guard down. Too afraid to return to the fuselage, she sat to rest, scanning the jungle for the tiger's return. Then, something caught her eye, her husband's backpack, tangled in the treetops. She knocked it down with a branch and tore it open. Inside was a flare gun. Summoning her last strength, she dragged herself from the mud and fired a signal flare. Rescue crews spotted it immediately. Within moments, they hoisted her aboard the helicopter, whisking her away from the nightmare jungle forever.